Hi, welcome back to another People I Meet. Okay, this is gonna be another People I Live with. So that guy that likes to be all sexist to me and we get into it and he hasn't talked to me since and whatever, right? I am a horrible person and probably going to hell. I kind of enjoy watching his blood pressure rise. Now, Miss Whipped Cream Gate and the one who had a past life, they liked to start drama for fun, and I kind of get it because there's nothing to do here. I mean, it's a retirement home, and it's a very small one, so it's not like a big one with a game room and whatever. So now I don't start drama for fun, and I never start drama deliberately, but I also don't shy away from it either. So if there's drama afoot, yeah, and the older people haven't noticed this, but the only time I actually yell at them is when they are treating one of the staff poorly. And the staff that they treat poorly that don't take care of themselves are the young ones, like the 20-year-old kids. Yeah, that's not okay. You're not doing that on my shift. And my shift is always because I live here. So yeah, that's not okay. And of course I haven't noticed this and whatever. Well, today, Mr. Sexist dickhead son and daughter-in-law came, and little Bella loves the daughter-in-law, right? Just loves. So she's barking and whining and making me get up and go out there, and she curls up in her lap, and I'm like, oh, you make me get up. Why do you do that? I quite like the son and daughter-in-law myself. And so we're chatting, and Bella ran out to see them before I had even gotten out into my wheelchair, and I was chatting with the son in the hall, and I told him, I was like, I get into it with your dad, and he's like, yeah, I know the man. And I'm like, to be honest, it's kind of funny watching his blood pressure rise. And he's like, yeah, I can see that. And I'm like, in fact, I told him I hope I give him a heart attack. And he's like, all right. I thought he'd be all mad at me, but actually he fist bumped me. And when I told Mr. Sexist Man, he's gonna have a new name, but we're not gonna use real names. Mr. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. Trucker. He was a trucker. So when I told Mr. Trucker that I hoped I gave him a heart attack, he was like, well, I hope you get cancer. And I was like, I probably will. I mean, my mom had it, my grandma had it. I probably will. And honestly, I probably won't even notice. I mean, I already got MS. I had the flu for a week and didn't even notice. I know the flu and cancer are really different. I was just dizzier than normal, and I was like, what's going on? It was the flu. Yes, I know they're very different, but really, what's one more thing at this point? And he's like, well, I hope you fall on your face. I would if I tried walking. Really, it doesn't affect me at all. And then he's like, well, this isn't the place for me. And I'm like, what do you care what I think? You don't even like me. Everyone else likes you. What do you care what I think? So really, it just amused me how badly he hated me and how much I stressed him out. And apparently the son told him how amused I was at this or something, I don't know. And so tonight at dinner, Mr. Trucker was very pleasant, and he was like, hey, how was your day? And your dog really likes my daughter-in-law. And I was, so I responded in kind, and I'm like, my day was great, how was yours? And we just chatted as if we didn't totally get into it, like Miss Whipped Cream Gate and I do. We get into it, and then we totally chat, because that's what you do when you live with someone. It's what you do, and it's gonna make living environment much, much, much nicer. But I'll admit I was a little bit sad that I'm not gonna see this vein right here just throb 3 inches until he yells at another staff member. And maybe that's why he started, or not yell, he was being sexist towards the young girls. And maybe that's why he also started being nice, because I was talking to the young kid last night. He was like, because Mr. Trucker was like, well, you run and tell the director everything, but you didn't tell her what you called me. And I was like, yeah, I did. You want to see the text? And he was like, yeah, I do. And so I told the staff, I was like, go get my phone. And he was like, you get it. And I'm like, no, you're the one who wants to see it, and I'm exhausted. So once I go to my room, I'm not coming back out. And the poor staff was just like caught in the middle, and just 20-year-old kid. And so when he came in to give me my meds, I was like, hey, how's everything going? And he was like, well, fine. Mr. Trucker apologized to me. And I was like, apologize to you? He was a jerk to me. And then I was like, well, I guess you were caught in the crossfire, so I'll apologize too. And then I gave him a candy bar. And then, so maybe that's why Mr. Trucker's being nice. Oh, hang on. Well, anyway, someone's at my door, so we'll see you next time. That was today's edition of People I Meet.